Hi folks, Judy and Steve Sparks here, and we're at the White Tank Mountains Regional Park near Surprise, Arizona. We live in Sun City Festival, which is about 30 minutes from here, but we've been wanting to get up here, and in the background you can see the mountains. And we're starting right here, and every now and then we'll do some filming and share it with everybody. Right, Judy?
Yeah, we're planning on walking up the Waterfalls trail, which is about a mile in and a mile out. There's even a sidewalk here. It's paved, which is not like most trails we've hiked in our lifetime. But anyway, it's a gorgeous fall day, November, what is it, the 18th today?
Yeah, November 18th. It's 71 degrees, and it's just beautiful weather.
Super Saturday.
Back where we come from, it's
Hi, folks.
hi, folks. It's colder, much colder on the Oregon coast, so we're really enjoying the warm weather. We love the climate here, so I think we ought to get on with our hike.
Yeah, ready to go.
Okay, we'll talk to you later. I'm going to do a little panning so that you can see the valley. Some folks are walking by here and having a fun day. And there they are. So look at this mountain range up here. The highest point in the mountain on these White Tank Mountains is about 4,000 feet. We're walking up the Falls Trail. It's a pretty easy trail, as you can see. And I just wanted to give you a look at what we're experiencing on this hike, and the saguaro cactus and all the diversity of the flora and fauna. And there's Judy.
The backdrop behind you, Steve, has all these cool outcrops of rocks. And
I know. Well,
like this whole area looks completely different. It doesn't have nearly as much foliage as on the other side.
I see that.
But it's beautiful, really beautiful behind you.
Well, I'll go turn around and get more of that. Wow, look at that. We can't walk off the trail. We could if we wanted to, but there's a few varmints out here, rattlesnakes and Gila monsters and, things like that. But this is one of the safer trails up here. And I just love the saguaro. So I'm going to have to go catch up with Judy here in a second, okay? Talk to you later. Well, we're up a little further now, and maybe halfway to the falls. It's probably a 1 mile hike, so it's not a hard hike. And Judy and I used to do some pretty hard trails, but not so much anymore. But this is kind of fun, just to pan around and look at what's going on. And there's Judy sitting over there enjoying it, every bit of it, right?
Perfect day out here.
So nice out here. No wind, maybe early 72, 73. And I'm going to look way up there. Boy, it'd be fun to hike up there, but there are a lot of varmints here. There's a sign there that persuades us not to go, and we won't. So the falls that aren't going right now are up there a little bit further. So we'll go up there in a minute and do some more filming. So check with you later. Just a little note about children, this is a good place for kids to come up here. See those two little ones? So when our grandson Liam comes, we can take him up here, right? Have a nice day, folks. So we went a little bit further up, folks, and take a look at these petroglyphs right all over here. They've got a special exhibit of them, and we can walk over here and check them out, get a close-up view of them.
I'll take a couple. How much is?
People are having a lot of fun up here.
Yeah, he's friendly.
Look at that.
Wait a second. Is it in or? I think it's two.
And we'll get a little bit closer so you can see these ancient writings, art. It's kind of like an archive.
The fishbone?
If you can understand them, you can look at the markings and see all kinds of different things in there.
Right there.
People,
You see the big rock right here?
animals.
Also, but
Yeah, no problem.
see the little the one right on the right?
What do you make out up there? Can you see that some of them have little figurines, sort of paintings of people? Some of the natives that lived here.
The natives do.
A couple of thousand years ago, they were here. You know, pretty cool. So you look way up there on top, and this is just absolutely a gorgeous place. Not like what we're used to, but diversity is good as far as I'm concerned. So we'll get back to you later and we'll see what else we can discover. Well, this gives you an idea of the water flow when it rains a lot, especially in the summer. We get the monsoons and they come through here, and they just sit over these White Tank Mountains, and it fills up with water up there on top. And then you get a raging river, creek, whatever you want to call it. Comes down here, and you have to time it pretty good after a rainfall, but you get lightning and all kinds of stuff going on up here. So maybe right after the rain, we're going to try it this next year. Get up here after it rains. But right now we're getting familiar with the place, and you can see the ridge up there, so we don't have far to go. You know, it's beautiful, right, Judy?
Yes,
Look at this.
Yeah.
And just think of the natives that lived here a couple thousand years ago. They thrived, you know, and they did pretty well. There's a lot of food. And there are caves up here, places to stay when it's hot in the summer to stay cool. They did pretty well, you know, pretty well. Thriving up here in the White Tank Mountains. Well, we're going uphill a little bit, and I'm catching my breath. But from here you can see the valley. Look out there, and quite a valley, Phoenix area, but we're close to Surprise, which is northwest of Phoenix. So we can turn around and look at more of the mountains, and we're almost to the falls, but you'll be disappointed because there's no water there. So the people are coming and enjoying their hike. Back to you later. Well, here's a rock sitting here with petroglyph. Sometimes I have a hard time saying that, but this one looks like a map to me. You know, it's hard to know because the natives that lived here left their mark. They really did. And you can look around up on top, and I'm pretty sure that's where they lived. They stayed out of the sun in the summer, and I bet you they love the winter as much as we do. Judy's up there looking, and every chance I get, I'll try to take a look at some of these petroglyphs. If I said that right, I don't know. But I just love the way it looks up there at those rocks and the saguaro. Very beautiful. Well, we're up to the top of this thing almost, and we can see where the water gets caught up. Though there's a tank up there. That's why they call this the White Tank Mountains. And you can just get an impression of how a monsoon, as an example, dumps the water up here. Heavy rainstorm. And the cliff right there is kind of like a dam. And it fills up and begins to overflow, and it comes down through here. And quite an amazing place to think about. And then the groundwater is plenty up here, so you can see all the green. Nothing's irrigated up here, all groundwater. And here we are in the desert, looking at an area where the Native Americans were here centuries ago. And we're really, really enjoying. There's a water tank right there. It looks like people.
We were doing a little shooting practice there. Did you
there's Judy. Hi, Judy.
Hi. Did you pan close up on this rock with petroglyphs?
Yeah, I did. I'm doing it right now.
Interesting that like the vertical lines, if it this documentation suggests that horizontal wavy lines could stand for water, wind, or even mountains, but the vertical waves could mean rain or waterfall, which we're approaching the area of the waterfall. And if you can see on more on the right hand side, there are vertical wavy lines. So that might be indicative of someone documenting that they saw the waterfalls running here.
Well, they're definitely archives. We do archives differently now with technology, and we call it the clouds, but the cloud. But this is a fascinating area, and we're going to walk the rest of the way and probably shut this down and take a couple of pictures. Well, we're at the waterfall, but you don't see any water flowing into it, but there is water in that pond. Yeah. And it will continue to seep down in there, and there's a lot of groundwater here. It keeps everything green, but if you look up, way up, boy, if I was a cliff climber, that would be perfect. So on the other side of this is it's kind of like a dam, it's a tank, and it holds all the water in there until it overflows, and then it seeps down. So if you could dig a well up here, it would probably be pretty good. So here we are, and Judy and I are probably gonna head back down again. Here she is. So you think we need to go down?
Well, pretty soon. I'd like to get up closer and take a look.
Okay, I hope you do. And these fine folks are